Hey everybody, welcome back to Angry Badger Minis. We are working on the Astra Militarum, and I'm getting my camera set up here. Sorry, I was outside actually painting, believe it or not. Spray painting what we've worked on and what we've fixed. So, pretty, as you can see, what appears to be my motivation level has been refilled, if you will. We have repaired all of the vehicles most of the vehicles, I'll put it that way. We've still got the Basilisk over here that needs some tread put on it, and then glue this piece on. I'm not exactly sure I really want to, I don't know. I usually count that as like extra armor or something like that, but we'll see what we're doing with that. Probably going to work on that. I don't know if it's going to be tonight or whatever. It's 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and this should be the last night that we have to do things this late. But we'll see. Anyway, I wanted to show you, like I said, we repaired stuff. If you checked it out, our Instagram, you would have seen where I had made a mold of the front of a multi-laser because I didn't have the piece. I don't know what happened there, but we needed a whole new multi-laser thing. I was able to find the bulk of the multi-laser, thank goodness, but for whatever reason we ended up needing the tip part of it, and I was able to go ahead and make that. Didn't take quite so long. And then what I went ahead and did was I did a lot of sanding, a lot of cleanup, and then I went back over it and essentially re-primered it. And the goal here is, this isn't the color obviously that I want to use, and I still may go over it, some parts again, like this part right here again, a little bit with some primer. I mean, you guys can't really tell what it is that I'm looking at, but again, these models right here are easy. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I've had these models since, I think, at least, well, whenever Steel Legion came out. So I know I've had them, well over 2 decades, and they are still holding up. As you guys can see from what I was talking about, where I did the glue pins, those actually worked out really well. They're actually seem a lot stronger than I've ever felt them to be. So that I'm pretty stoked about that. So basically the bulk of the work as far as repair is done as far as the first part of this army. I also had to go through and sort out the entirety of all of the troops. Now there's another box over here, and sort them out on Battle Scribe and whatnot. And what I did was I pulled everything off. Now there were clearly some changes made because I have, you get these oddball models, that you don't really want, and over the years, I can't tell you exactly why or how, but I am missing the heavy bolter to this, ammo man here, which sucks. And if I hadn't made the special weapon squads that I did with snipers and whatnot, which don't quite fit into the Steel Legion portion in my opinion, I would have had some oddball models there with plasma rifles and stuff. Now I can switch them out from grenade launcher to plasma, so it's not a lost cause. So we can actually have a full-on, nothing but Steel Legion army if we really want to. I just, trying to look forward into things that I may need. This guy right here is actually Commissar Yarick, but with a Steel Legion head on him. I just like, I like the model from back in the day, and I thought, honestly, I mean, and it's interesting, when you make these conversions, the things that go through your mind. Why wouldn't you have a gas mask? Everybody else has a gas mask on. Well, here's the other thing: they don't have their goggles on. So, I mean, apparently whatever they're breathing, they're not worried about affecting their eyes. So I'm not quite sure how that works out. Not to mention the goggles. They're not really gonna do anything. It's not like, you know, it would work like say the gas mask, like the Death Corps Krieg or Krieg Death Corps, however you want to say it. So yeah, but I mean, really motivated. Some other things that I did was something that I hadn't done in all those years, and I did have to actually fix las cannons that were broken off. I don't know where the tips went, but I went ahead and I glued the las gun arrays in place, because that's what they're called now. I glued on the tanks, I glued the sponson heavy bolters in place and the las cannons. Had to do some repair work as far as the pintle mounted storm bolters, and I did not glue the turrets in place. They're just a little stiff right now from the you know, the amount of paint that was on them. I'm sorry, the you know, painting the chassis and then painting the turret with primer. But one thing that I did do, I put for my command tank, which now apparently is a Legends model, which is exactly how it's going to be, because I enjoy this thing with the twin link heavy bolters, and I'm not going to not play with that. So, but this one right here, this Lehman Russ Vanquisher. So I believe I showed this to you guys. I'm pretty sure I showed this to you guys yesterday. And what I ended up doing was snapping off, excuse me, the extension of the barrel here. And the reason I did that was I wanted to sand it down, make it anew. It wasn't really on there that great anyway, and I wanted to provide some support here. And that's exactly what I ended up doing. If you take a look at this, I mean, just from a glance, and this is not including paint and other things that I'm going to do to this, you know, this army. These right here that help break up the outline of such a long barrel are just sprue. And I think it came out pretty decent. One thing I wasn't too crazy on, but I don't really have a way to fix it at the moment because I don't know where those parts are or if I have enough. Because I'm not real big on these conical searchlights. I like the newer stuff, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, as far as vehicles go, the only thing we've got left again is this Basilisk. We need to put treads on it. I took off the, you know, the rails. One, they just kind of seemed to get in the way, and one of them was missing one of the posts, and I just don't like it. I just don't like it. So it's just one more thing to get in my way, be broken, whatever. And then what we've got left now for vehicles wise, because all I've got to do with these guys is put them on bases, is, you know, our Baneblade, Baneblade, 3 more tanks, which one of these has an extended barrel, which is, I'm not sure what tank that is. And then these Chimeras here are, I believe they're Hellhounds. I apologize for all the yawning, guys. My little man was keeping me awake last night. Yeah, they're Hellhounds, so we've got 3 Hellhounds. And I did look inside. I did not see anything that told me that I could make these into Chimeras again. So the only way that I'd be able to do that would be if I could find the right turrets, which I don't even know if that's a thing, to be honest with you. I mean, I could potentially, I guess if I really wanted to get out some crazy mold making materials, I could probably make, you know, make the whole deal. I do have one extra turret piece. I just don't have the multi-laser. And I guess in a way you really wouldn't need the turret piece because that's there. It just looks different. And I would just need the multi-laser, and probably have to cover up the back. Yeah, but I did open this box. Excuse me, I did open this box and I saw no no option for a multi-laser whatsoever. And as you guys can see, well, you can't see here, but yeah, I don't know if I can even get that in the camera. But if you'll take a look, it's going to be crooked here. See that light on the, on the Lehman Russ? That's kind of what I'm looking at. Although I could be wrong. That might be conical anyway. Yeah, I got a feeling it is. It's just the angle. The angle is throwing me off. Alright, well, there's that. So yeah, we've got the Bane blade, which like I said, I finally opened the box today and I saw the tracks and everything, and it was awesome. I mean, those tracks are massive. I mean, they're freaking awesome. I'm glad I have 2 Bane blades, but now I want 80 Bane blades. Alright, 81. But anyway, no, they're freaking awesome. So anyway, what we're going to be doing tonight, I'm going to set this stuff off to the side. I'm going to quickly, or as quick as I can this evening, try to get all of my... Oh, the one thing I didn't do is I didn't spray paint or prime up my Forward Observer teams. I've got 2 of them, and I had to order a bunch more bases because there's 60mm bases, and I do not have enough, because I guess now a heavy weapons team is a 2 model deal. It's not like it used to be where they were individual models. So 2 wound deal and all that kind of thing. So I'll have to look into that. But I ordered a bunch of stuff so I can kind of be in compliance with the way things are now. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Even my wife was like, wow, those are really neat. And I was like, you don't remember these? She said, of course not. And but then when I reminded her about how, I had I had stripped them down and everything else from the old paint job that they had, she was like, oh yeah, now I remember. So that was kind of cool. A little walk down memory lane in a way, from back when she first came into my life. Let's see here. I'm just gonna move some of this stuff around. But yeah, I'm really stoked that I was able to fix these guys, dress them up better, and I've got some plans. These guys are gonna have cami netting and stuff like that. So that way I can, even some of the imperfections that you guys may not notice that I still notice are there, it won't matter, because I'll have rolled up cami netting and things like that on them, and it'll be nice to see that. And it was stuff I wanted to do back in the day anyway. I just never got around to it. Just life gets in the way sometimes. But yeah, these Sentinels definitely came out awesome. So really stoked about that. That whole glue pin deal, that was the way to go right there. And I didn't use zip kicker or any accelerant, so they should last for a long time. And then of course I did put an extra layer of glue on there as well, after the fact. So let's see here. Alright, sorry, I'm just making sure nothing's gonna fall off here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dump these dudes. I know that was a little loud, my apologies. Okay, all of my nicely new Prime Guard that are clean. Steel Legion Guard anyway. We've still got the other guys in the jar over there. Okay, so one big pile of gray. But this is one metal pile of gray. Now most of these guys, except for the snipers, all of them, I think the snipers and this, which I did not find on Battlescribe, this guy right here, Gaunt, Commissar Gaunt. Not exactly sure when I bought him or why, but I'm glad that I have him. At least I have a Commissar that can go with somebody else. He probably won't roll with my Legion, but that's okay, the Steel Legion. Matter of fact, boom, I'm gonna put this Vindicator. I think it's a Vindicator cannon or Vanquisher cannon. I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna put this on a tank for the Steel Legion since I have it. Anyway, let's see here. So yeah, so basically I've only got a few that still have the little metal tab here because I ripped the rest of them off because I don't want it on there. I want a full base. I don't want these half base things. So that will be somewhat of a challenge just because of how they are. We have enough of these 60 millimeter or 65 millimeter, whatever, bases to deal with the entirety of the heavy weapons las cannon teams. The problem with that is we don't have some of them don't have I think it's one of them. Yeah, it's right here. I'm sorry. I made a mold of it. I got to put it together, but it was missing the front legs, and I'll clean that up and put that in. And when it comes to the heavy bolter teams, I'll have some of the same problems as far as the bipod legs, but I'm not too concerned about that because the bipod legs will what am I trying to say? They can be substituted with other stuff. We'll put it that way. So I'm just going to sort these out real quick for the stuff that I can put on a base. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked. As you can see, I'm definitely highly motivated about this army again. And the great thing about this army is, I mean, I don't have to put anything together really except for those tanks. And I think that's going to be, what the heck am I doing over here? I'm so excited. I can't even keep things straight. But I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to really enjoy putting that Bane blade together and stuff like that. I think it's going to be really nice. But I've got a lot of heavy weapon teams, you know, missile launchers, all that kind of stuff. Like, I have a missile launcher team for every infantry squad, and I think a heavy bolter team for one of them. So yeah, but I didn't want to see these guys inside the case, you know, all silver and everything. So they've got enough primer on them now that, and of course I did this at the most unopportune time, which was in the dark outside, but they still came out relatively good, which I'm happy about. We've got, you know, some of your guys like this guy right here that's got, you know, the orc head in his, you know, in his hand, which is pretty cool. And I was looking online, man. There's a box set, no joke, of the old Steel Legion box set, which is 2 heavy bolter teams with a squad, a couple of sentinels, a couple of chimeras, and some other stuff. I think a lieutenant, and it's one of the box sets that I had, you know, originally, you know, acquired. Excuse me. And man, let me tell you, it's going for $900. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. I'm almost positive you could get that entire set there for considerably less. Matter of fact, you know what we're gonna do when I'm done sorting this out? We're gonna check that out on GW. Just do the pricing, you know, and see what's up. Because I mean, that's crazy. There were 16 people watching it though. I'm not sure what they thought they were going to gain by that, but if I'm not mistaken, a normal Steel Legion box set squad anyway is $35 or something like that. I'll have to look again because I'm actually thinking about the potential of increasing the size of this army. I haven't decided on that yet, but you know, we'll see. Over there. Alright, cool. So there's all our regular troops with special weapons, characters, sergeants, and random dudes. Alright, so let's see if we can pull that up here for you guys. Let's go to the old Games Workshop. And I think I even have that up too. Alright, so get my window capture here. close this for a second. All right, so yeah, so right here, Steel Legion Imperial Guard Army, and I remember buying this back in the day. 900 bucks, man. 900 bucks. Okay. So let's just be clear on this. Okay, we've got, the Armored Fist Squad, which is one Chimera, and it says Armored Troop Carrier. Whatever. There wasn't anything special about that back in the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So missile launcher and plasma gun for that one. Then we've got a grenade launcher guy up here with 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 heavy bolter squad. Another heavy bolter squad over here. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at 30 guard right now, 2 sentinels with the armored compartment, and then a captain with a 4-man squad command HQ with another troop carrier. All right, so that's what we're looking at. So let's go ahead and price this bad boy out. All right, whatever, cookies. Windows did a whole update and everything, and that's why on my last video, my mic and everything was all screwed up, and I didn't realize that. All right, Astra Militarum, let's go here. Let me get all the way down here, put it on view all, and we're gonna just see what it costs to do all of this. So first off, let me grab this Steel Legion squad with the grenade launcher and the missile launcher. It's 35 bucks, and we'll say there's 3 of them, so that's 105. Yeah, 3 squads there. Of course, you can't get the lieutenant, I guess, so there's that. Here's the sentinel, plus 36, plus 36, 177. Chimera, plus 48, plus 48, 273. And Hellhounds out of stock, huh? Maybe I need to be more careful about how I decide to do that then. So what I'm seeing here, this is what I'm seeing. Okay, we've got $273 that gives us essentially all 3 of these squads, 2 sentinels and 2. Oh, and Commissar Yark was in there. So I don't know what he costs. Let's see. I don't even think he pulled up, did he? I don't think he did. I don't remember seeing him. At least it won't be this model. It would be something else. Oh, there he is. Yep, same model, 25 bucks. All right. So for 298 bucks, well under half of that, you're getting Commissar Yark. You're getting 3 squads, 2 Chimeras, Commissar Yark, and 2 Sentinels. The only thing you're not getting is the Lieutenant and 4 guys, okay, and the heavy bolter teams. All right, and a plasma gun. That's it. That's, let's see here. I guess I don't have it anymore. Why are they charging for what? Get out of here with that crap. That's crazy. Why are you charging 40? That's plus 450 in shipping and handling. This is why you got to be careful. And that's in California. You definitely got to be careful on eBay, man. Check everything. Do it a couple of times and make sure you're not getting screwed over, man. That right there is stupid. You know what I mean? We just looked at that. You can buy directly from Games Workshop for 35 bucks. And chances are you're not going to buy one squad. And if you buy, I'm not advocating just buying a Games Workshop. I'm just saying shop around on eBay before you spend that kind of money. Because by the time you buy, say, a small army of this, you're getting free shipping as well. But anyway, you guys get what I'm saying here. It just, I couldn't believe it. Maybe, I don't know, is there something to be said about the box because it's new in the box? Yeah, maybe. But seriously, dude, oh, I'm sorry, I missed something here. And there's a command squad down below with a last cannon. But if you think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so yeah, so you've got that as well. So essentially, the captain and lieutenant, which I actually have both. Where the heck are they? I think they're mixed in here, because that's where they came from, was from that box set. Yeah, here's the captain, I think. Yeah, that's the captain, and here's the lieutenant. So, you know, unless you really needed these guys, let me pull this up for you. Unless you really needed these two dudes, I mean, you're not losing anything. I mean, you're spent $900. Come on, dude. Oh, and $26 for shipping. Get the heck out of here with that. That's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. You know, I mean, again, if you're it's nostalgia, you know, whatever. I guess, but just ridiculous. Let's see if it's out there anymore. Nope, and he's the only one. I wouldn't do it. So anyway, you know, eBay guy out there, you know, maybe I don't want to call him a scalper, but you know, less than, you know, $2. Well, let's just say, to be fair, let's just say $350. $350. Okay, you're still well beneath that. You know what I mean? You're saving $550 by not buying this box set. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna have the las cannon and stuff like that, so maybe that could be a problem. But I'm sure you can find those individual pieces even cheaper for what you need. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work on this, putting these guys on bases, and we can talk Warhammer. We can do, you know, whatever. And like I said, I'm pretty stoked. As you guys can probably see, I'm a lot more motivated than I was with the Tau. Oh, which, by the way, I found 4 more drone bodies today. Good grief, man. The struggle is real. It's the curse of the Tau. I'm going to be finding Tau parts forever, it seems like. Although I did not find that other XV-25 stealth suit, I believe it is. But oh well. And the reason I elected not to put these guys on bases and then paint them is, you know, I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to have to go back and paint every one of these bases around the rim. I'm probably still going to have to do that. It just seems to be the thing sometimes. But I'm hoping that I can get away with it and not have to. Let's see here. All of these games, these are all Games Workshop bases. And they all seem to have, well, I say all, a lot of them seem to have this extra plastic in the center, and I don't know what happened there. But it's a little bit annoying. Alright, let's go ahead and make some progress here, right? But yeah, it's gonna be, I'm putting these guys in the same cabinet as my Tau, because in my mind, you know, like Night at the Museum, while I'm sleeping, they're gonna be fighting the Tau anyway. Orcs are a little further away in the galaxy of my game room, but they'll see the orcs in due time. And who knows? Maybe I'll take and replace a hand with a Tau head or something. I don't know. The problem is the orc army is just so massive. There's no way to put anything in there with it, and this army's not that big. Okay, let me rephrase that. Just the Steel Legion army is not that big. Okay, the rest of the guard, the entire tank army, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, that's a lot of tanks. I'm trying to remember. I think there are 6. I don't know. I've got a lot of tanks, man. A lot of tanks. A lot of Lehman Russes, I mean to say, not necessarily Chimeras. I remember when I used to call them Chimeras. I don't know what the heck that was all about. Alright, dude, you look like you want to fall over. going to support you with this guy. Yeah, I'm actually really stoked about this. And once I get, you know, like I said, get all the guard done, we'll be moving on to chaos, which is it's gonna be a challenge. There's models in there I've never put together before. I remember putting together the Zinch Changer of Ways model, and I'm not sure. I can't remember if I have one or two of those. One of them is put together for the most part, but I was gonna try to like magnetize his head or something, or I don't know, something. Impressive model though, very impressive. But yeah, I'm just so happy that I don't have to. Oh man, and I think well, if I didn't tell you guys, or hopefully I didn't promise you guys this, I gotta remember to grab those pictures so I can show you guys some nostalgia if you're interested. But like I said, I'm sure you guys can see my level of motivation now. I can't tell you guys why the Tau just, they did not do it for me. It wasn't until I got to those broadside battle suits and the Riptide that I mean, I kind of had a little motivation with the Crisis battle suits, but it wasn't until I got to those broadsides, man, that I, was like, okay, this is a thing, I could see me playing these guys, and now I can. But I mean, my gosh, what a slog fest just to get through that army. The crazy part is this guard army right here, unless I'm mistaken, I believe for 40K, this was my very first fully painted army. I had other models like Space Marines and stuff, but they, the armies weren't fully painted. Some of them were painted, but I was a noob. I'm painting them one at a time, things like that. It is what it is. But I think the first fully painted army I had wasn't even 40K, believe it or not. It was, oh crap, it was fantasy. It was my Orc and Goblin army. I was so proud of that thing. Well, I say fully painted. For what I have that I'll have to, be going through. For what I have that I had on the battlefield, it was fully painted. Which I think came out, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 points. Something like that. I don't actually remember. So it wasn't an overly large army, but it was nicely done. That being said, I'm still finding goblins everywhere. I really want to get my Skaven rolling. Yeah, we've got it all worked out on BattleScribe. Everybody's accounted for as far as, what I'll need. Just some of it's a little oddball, the way that, the matchup is, or this, and what I have to learn that I have not figured out with this, new edition is how and some of you may laugh and go, dude, that's like totally easy. And you're probably right. I just haven't put enough time and effort into learning is how to take multiple detachments. And the reason that I would even want to do that for this army is because you can't take, I mean, if it's similar to what it's always been, then I'll be fine. But with this army, you cannot, the amount of stuff I have, you cannot take it all in one. Especially when it comes to heavy support choices and stuff like that. So, but I'm definitely stoked that I was able to get these dudes all cleaned up. And oh, that reminds me. So LA's totally awesome. That's a game changer. All of these guys I put in and scrubbed today, they weren't even in there that long. I think a couple of hours, and the stuff came right off. And this paint's been on there, geez man, I don't even know how long. Not to mention those that were stripped before. It was some kind of stain, but it even helped clean some of that up. And I mean, just, outstanding. And then I was priming my tanks, got primer all over my fingers and stuff like that. Basically, I washed my hands with it, and it came right off. Amazing stuff at the dollar store. So needless to say, I'll be heading back there to get more, because I got a lot more I want to do. But yeah, man, friggin', where there's a will, there's a way. Now, I guess in full disclosure, that's doing that with metal models. I have not yet seen the results from the plastic ones and stuff that are sitting over here in this jar. So we'll see how that kind of pans out, I guess. Some of you are probably like, man, dude, why'd you clip off all those things? Because, man, if I ever want to, in the process of basing these guys or whatever it is I want to do, if I want to pop the guy off, the last thing I want to do is be dealing with that stupid, thing. It's just a pain in my butt. Not to mention all of their bases, having soaked in that, simple green and everything like that for so long, the bases were kind of soft. Even after all these years, and out of the simple green, the plastic was still relatively soft. So yeah, man, I'm stoked. Like I said, I'm sure that I'll have to repaint the sides of the bases anyway, but it is what it is. And I'm thinking about doing these guys in the actual Armageddon Steel Legion colors. That's not what they were. They were a very dark gray and everything like that, with some camouflage, if you will. But since my Krieg Death Corps are going to be exactly, as they should be Krieg-wise, I don't want to have two dark gray guard armies, if you catch my drift. I'll tell you an army I liked was, is it the Voistrians? I liked their weapons and I liked their mask with the, kind of English helm. I forget what you call that, but I didn't like the models that didn't have the full-on masks. I've never liked the Mordian Guard. They just never did anything for me. I thought they were kind of silly, to be honest with you. Yeah, man, I'm super stoked on this. And there's something to be said about, looking in your cabinet there, your glass cabinet, and seeing all those models, Yeah, it's gonna take some time to paint them, but they're playable. You know what I mean? They're playable. And there's nothing stopping me from being able to, throw a couple of quick coats of whatever on, you know, make them battle ready. Trying to find the guys that stand normal. Or will stand up on their own, I'll put it that way, mostly. I also thought about taking this lone, where'd he go? This guy right here. I thought about taking this guy and like cutting off the, well, maybe I won't cut it off, but maybe I can cut his head off and lay his head down like he's a wounded or dead guardsman, you know? That could be a thing. And then I can just make copies of him. Won't be that hard to do. Oops. Somehow this guy escaped my clippers here. Oh, that's right. I was gonna build a manticore for these dudes. I remember now. Heck yeah, man. Conversions. Or kit bashing is now said. We used to just call it conversions. Give myself some room here. Yeah, I would probably never sell this army for anything. I just really like the Steel Legion. I mean, they were my first guard army. They were essentially, what am I trying to say? They were my substitute for the Krieg Death Corps, because at the time we all knew about them, you know, from the codexes and stuff, but they didn't exist in model form. And then when they did, and they came out at Forge World, it was like, yeah. And I know what's gonna happen, man. I've got that giant Forge World resin Krieg Death Corps army, and I just have this feeling GW is gonna put out a plastic one, and I'm gonna just be like, you know, because dude, it was expensive. It was an expensive army. I mean, all the little upgrades and everything else you gotta have, you know, to make certain things, and you know, engineers, and there's a couple things that I don't have that I wish I had, like the mole vehicle, I think is what, or, well, you know, the mining mole launcher, not mole launcher. What am I trying to say here? I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but you guys get what I'm talking about. It comes up out of the ground, which was interesting. I saw that. I don't know if it's Steel Legion specific, but I saw, if you remember in the game Space Marine, the Orcs actually come up with one of those, and I'm assuming they stole it from the Imperials. I mean, that's, you know, looted it, but I don't know. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked that I own this army. I'm stoked at its longevity. Was never really a big fan of the Grenadiers, but they've got their place, you know. I won't be at, let's see, what's today? Today is Thursday. Well, now, yeah. So I probably won't get those bases until, I'm thinking, probably next week, Monday or Tuesday. So I won't be able to put the whole army on bases, unfortunately, until then, but the majority of it will be. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And actually, these guys are going to go on, what is that, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Guy's not quite ready. Guys, please do me a favor. If you're this far in the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe whenever you do visit the video. Really helps out the channel. Okay. These guys shouldn't have a whole lot of trouble staying on the bases because I did sand them down. But I guess anything's possible. Like I sanded their feet down is what I mean. It's gonna be about time to head to the old Walmart and get some more glue. Looks like. I really didn't take Grenadiers back then because they pretty much sucked. Now it seems like they've got a little bit of kick to them. I don't know, I've never used them obviously, and so I'm curious what you guys have to say about it. If you think that they're worth it, or, you know, I mean, hell, back then, Space Marines you didn't even throw grenades, so you had them on the body, but 3rd edition, we never used them. It was just for looks. So, what do you need, 3 more? Yep, I am super stoked on this army. I'm really looking forward to putting that Bane blade together. That thing, I'm telling you, man, them tracks just were like boom, freaking right there. Some of you guys have probably already owned one. You're like, dude, it's not that big a deal. Well, I would never make the claim I'm a tread head, because I'm not a a tank fanatic as far as knowing what tanks are out there through history and stuff like that, but I definitely like that model. For you new guys, if you've never new to the hobby, guys, I mean, if you've never used your models to prop up other models, well, I don't know what to tell you. It's a thing for sure. Well, that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits on the video, and I'm going to keep working on this, and we'll see you next time.